the decision I made, and then I guess I am secured in this place. Not only me, my wife, my son. So parang I can say or sure ako na the best decisions I have made here in my journey sa pag-migrate sa Australia.
Growing up in the Philippines, did you ever imagine that one day you'd have your own house in Australia?
Hindi. Kasi before coming to Australia, 2024, I finished my house January 2024. So pinatayo talaga namin yung bahay with all my hard work, my Philippine-earned money. I built a 4-story house. For me, it's a nice house. So I never imagined myself getting to own a house in Australia kasi I was planning to go back. Like, gusto ko dun tumira kasi yung bahay na yun, it was designed by me and my dad because my dad's an architect. So kami talaga yung talagang parang gumawa ng bahay. So parang away-bati yung parang relationship namin ng airpods ko doon. So I never imagined owning a house in Australia.
So yung bahay na yun parang kumbaga may sentimental value for you.
Yes.
So building a house here parang hindi mo na naisip.
Yeah, I never like thought of it.
Right. So in our previous interview, sabi mo, you're looking forward to eventually owning a house dito sa Australia. And now, na meron ka ng sariling bahay, what's next?
The payments? No. What's next? We can't really tell what's next because we just bought a house. You interviewed me last year. And now, before swerte talaga siguro or sa dami-daming dasal, in less than 2 years, we bought this house. So in less than 2 years in Australia, we bought this house. So my plan is like to live in the house, enjoy the moment first. Tapos maybe later on, maybe add another one or maybe do business or do something. Because sabi ko sa'yo dati, we never stop learning, and once we learn, we never stop doing some things that we love. And those things that we love, bonus na yun na makakita tayo ng pera sa paggagawa ng mga bagay na gusto natin. Kagaya mo, gusto mo to. Diba?
That's true. And that's a very valid and fair point. But curious lang ako, why is it important for you to have your own house here in Australia?
It wasn't a thing before.
Okay.
When I arrived. It was like looking at the market price, grabe ang mahal. It's like, because I've talked to friends in the US. Parang almost double yung price dito compared US na yan. So, in the recent crisis, fuel crisis, everywhere in the world, bumababa yung real estate. Si Australia tumataas pa rin. So, I thought of like, what's in the real estate market of Australia? So, as what I've heard from everybody owning a house or any investor, you have to get yourself in. Of being maybe to do something.
Okay. Okay. So magiging kumbaga stepping stone mo siya for whatever it is you want to do in the future.
Yeah. So for example, parang binunot mo na yung pinakaunang tinik. So then you'll figure out things.
Next. Okay. Now, you mentioned, sabi mo, 'di ba? Unang hakbang 'yon, na binunot mo na yung unang tinik. And then you also mentioned yung economy, siguro interest rates and everything. Considering the economy and the interest rates now, what made you decide na ngayon yung tamang panahon para bumili ng bahay?
It's not really the right time. Kasi naging PR kami, mabilis lang, di ba? Less than 6 months, we became PR. So, pag PR ka na, what's next?
Right.
Di ba? So, you'll make use out of the benefits na meron yung government. So, there's a first home buyer grant. So, parang kinuha namin yun. So, I can be in the market. I have no choice. The real estate like price and everything is going up. Like interest rates change every now and then. So, it's all about being in the market or putting yourself into that kind of business.
Okay. So, parang sinasabi mo na if you're eventually have to be in it, might as well do it now, parang ganon.
Yes, because if I do it later, if the price is this amount, how much more if I wait in a year? It's like, sa napansin ko lang, because I've been looking at the market since October before we bought the house. A certain house, and then pag di pa na sold, It's like going up 20,000 a month, 10, 20,000 a month.
So, quite the opposite.
Yeah, so if you try to look at if it's a year, baka magiging 100,000 more AUD yung bahay. So the more we can't afford,
Okay, yeah. So, the sooner na makabili kayo, the better.
the better.
Now, what was the most stressful or emotionally draining part of buying a house here in Australia?
Grabe. Yung experience, it's different because when you look at a house, may viewing sila. So sa viewing, ang dami nyo, 20, 30, 40, kahit ilan. So dito sa area natin, swerte tayo, di kagaya sa Sydney. It's like, pag may viewing sa house, like, there's 10 or the most 20 siguro. Pipiliin kung sino. Everybody parang ready na bumili, but they will try to screen kung sino yung bibili ng bahay. So, sa kapal ng mukha ko, kahit hindi ko pa afford dati, tumitingin na talaga ako. So, yun yung payo ng tita ko in Sydney who's doing real estate in the Philippines. She said, even though you still don't have money, you look at the market. If how it runs, how it goes. And then, wala pa kaming pre-approval. O, tinatawanan nga ako ng mga agent. Parang makulit daw ako. Kasi, you put an offer, or it's either auction or you put an offer. Pag nag-offer ka, may mag-o-offer pa ng mataas. And in auction, may talagang mag-aagawan kayo sa presyo. So, yun, for example, there's a certain price range, let's say 900 to 950. Yung kaya mo lang 930. Tapos yung isang tao may 945. Pipiliin yung 945. But that doesn't really say na siya na talaga pipiliin. But it's hard because there's 20 of you. Parang a-applyan mo din. It's the same with renting. But it's a different one. Because hindi kami nagpa-build ng house.
Yep.
Yeah, so we bought an 8-year-old property house. So, they say lang kasi, when it's 8 years ago, the build quality is different. Mas matibay daw kasi mas tapos yung materials nga, I don't know, but yung mga materials daw ngayon medyo pinapababaan because of the prices. So, ang dami na naming bahay na tiningnan, but may gustong-gusto ka, pero di ka pipiliin. So, hanap ka na naman ng iba until makuha mo. Oo.
Yeah, kasi meron ka ding budget, pero yung budget mo hindi naman pasok dun sa gusto mo.
So, para siyang talagang agawan or sometimes it's mental because parang iniisip mo na, parang minamanifest mo na ito na yung bahay na gusto ko. But later on, mawawala.
Mabigay sa
Hanap
iba.
ka na naman ng iba.
Right. Now, honestly, yung sa experience ninyo, from deciding na bumili ng bahay, was the experience more exciting or terrifying?
Hindi siya kagaya nung pinatayo naming bahay. I
Right.
was so excited na matapos siya. Eto, iba. Kasi parang na-inspect mo na yung bahay, inikot mo na yung bahay. Tapos pag nag-grant sa'yo yung bahay, you'll wait for contracts to be signed, etc. Lalo na sa sa bibili ng bagong bahay, you'll get approved by the council, you'll get 18 months before you live in your house. So, yung iba din, nagbabayad ng rent, tapos hinihintay matapos yung bahay. So, I can't say na sobrang excited ako na makalipat na kami. But yung feeling lang na, uy, tapos na pala. Eto na siya. I felt that on the first night na humiga kami sa room, ganun. Hindi siya yung parang before binigay yung susi. It's when I first slept in the house. It's
Okay.
like,
Ito na talaga.
It became a reality.
Tell us about a time when you second guessed about buying a house.
The thing that I was like second, yung parang, yung bibili ba ng bago or bibili ng gawa na.
Okay, why was that? Why were you guessing between a building and an already built house?
If you go back to the question, nung sinabi ko sa sarili ko na bibili ako ng bahay, kagaya ng last interview mo sa akin, wala na yung preno-preno. I will buy a house talaga. So it's like bibili na lang ng either second hand ba or magpapatayo. There were factors, okay? So ako bilang taga Cebu City, talagang nasa sentro kami. So I really wanted a place na malapit sa sentro. If you can see the house, maybe paglabas mo, may pagkain, may shops, lahat nandyan na.
Stone's throw away from the mall.
Oo, nasa likod lang talaga, literally nasa likod namin. I was really looking at specifically the area, the city that I like. Still the same city naman yung pagpapatayo. But I'm really looking at the the postcode dito, di ba? So parang barangay dito. So sa barangay na area na pinili ko, parang sa tingin ko lahat ng tao na nakatira dito, parang may kaya ba?
Okay.
Maganda. So it gives you like yung parang motivation na parang ganito sila. So your environment like not really 100% dictates who you are, but it will be something you will become.
Influential 'yon.
Oo. So kasi for example, may mga luma talagang bahay. Malaki yung lot. Actually, we just bought a townhouse. But etong townhouse na to, medyo malaki pa yung lot. So same lang siya sa magpapatayo ka. So if you buy an old house, mas malaki yung lot. Mapapatayuan mo pa ng granny flat. But it's the same price na kasi. Parang pareho lang yung price point. But you will spend how much on renovations? Grabe. So
Doon ka mamamatay.
grabe dito kasi yung labor dito di mo naman mapapagawa sa kapitbahay kung karpentero. May standards kasi dito na sinusunod. So everything's like minimum 20,000 bam. So it's gonna be like almost $1 million Australian dollars just to finish that old house. Next is yung bagong bahay. Bagong bahay, it's a nice community because everybody's like new houses. And then the community there is very multicultural kasi mga bumibili din ng bagong bahay is yung, for example, from India, from Asia.
Mga migrants din.
Yes, mga migrants din. So, I was thinking, if we buy a lot and then magpapatayo, para na din siyang townhouse kasi yung parang design eh. Yung dikit-dikit din yung difference mo sa roof to roof. Parang kahit hindi kasi Spider-Man, kaya mong talunin yung kabilang bakod eh. So, yun yung parang ko. So, parang townhouse na din siya. So, medyo malayo ka lang sa area na gusto mo. But it's a nice community din. But the downside of it, I cannot see myself paying for mortgage than paying for rent.
Rent at the same time.
And as an impulsive person, di ko kaya yung parang, binayaran ko na, tas parang delayed gratification na 18 months pa bago ko makakatira. Yes, they say if you own a new house, parang ikaw yung first user. But here in Australia, I guess if you just have, kasi before you buy a house, there's building inspection, there's termite inspection, there's everything. So, may mga inspection. So, before we bought the house, everything was inspected. So, you can get what you can expect.
So, hindi ka mag-worry na baka may sira or baka mamaya may anay na dyan or anything.
Yeah, you can back out pag may nag-fail sa inspection or if the inspector says mare-repair naman. So, we can try to ask the seller if they can repair this or ganito, ganyan. But totally, if you buy a house that's not really old, then it's okay to move, then mas okay siya.
Okay pa din siya. Yep. Now, some people say na hindi mo talaga bahay yan, sa bangko yan. What's your perspective on this?
My perspective on that is, because in the Philippines, what I did is I built the house with my own money. Hindi siya naka-loan sa bangko, hindi siya ganito. Swerte lang ako kasi pinayagan ako ng lola ko na magtayo sa likod ng bahay niya. So, I don't have to pay for a lot. But the money I spent was when, after I finished the house, wala na akong pinagastusan. Wala akong utang, walang ganito, walang ganyan. We go back again to the question, that's one thing na parang, if I buy a house, I'm 34, and it will be 30 years loan, I will get the house when I'm 64. Okay. So, there's a couple of things, because I know there's equity and stuff in the Philippines, but here, equity is something you can really use. Like, sabi nila may power sa equity. So, once you get yourself into the market, may equity na tumataas. So, properties go up. So, for example, when we bought the house, it's like 3 months ago. So, ngayon, the value of the house parang tumaas na ng, let's say, di naman sa 10%, pero nasa mga 3% siguro. Tumaas na siya. So, if I'm gonna sell it again, may parang tubo ka na. Oo. But,
mabilis lang.
oo. So, I don't care if the bank owns me, owns my house. Wala naman tayong magagawa. I can't pull 900,000 off my pocket just to buy this house, di ba? So, it's okay because ganun talaga yung parang takbo ng society, di ba? So, it's a matter, kasi when you apply a loan, titingnan din ng bank, makaka-afford ka ba? Mababayaran mo ba to? Ganito ba, ganyan? So, yung problema mo na lang is, paano mo i-face yung babayaran mo? So, it's better compared to palipat-lipat ka, nagre-rent ka. Kasi nagre-rent ka, nagbabayad ka every week dito. Oo.
Every fortnight.
Oo, that's $500 to $600 or more a week.
Yes.
So, when you turn it into a mortgage, it's maybe double the price, but later on, pag may nangyari, sa'yo yan. Oo, sa rent, hindi naman sa'yo. So, it's like, hindi pa sa'yo, but
Sa'yo na rin.
sa'yo na rin, oo. Compared sa nag-rent.
Oo, exactly.
Oo, so, it's not really a problem for me, but at first, it was a problem because, wala akong utang sa Pilipinas. So, dito parang, nagpunta ako dito, may utang na ako. When I was practicing before in the Philippines, kasi lahat papunta ng US eh. Sabi nila, once you buy a property in a different place, you'll get locked in there.
Oo.
When I decided na I wanted myself to get locked in Australia, so doon ako bumili.
Right.
So, I guess I'm in the right place, and I don't care if the bank owns me. I'm in the right place. So, alaga tayo sa government dito. So, I guess buying a house in Australia is one good decision.
So, di bali ng Malacca, total, nandito ka naman sa Australia. Yeah. Did buying a house change the way you see your migration journey or even yourself?
Actually, parang ngayon boring na siya.
Okay.
Hindi, joke lang. But when I arrived kasi, yun, sa interview natin dati, parang mabilis na lang sa akin lahat. Parang hinatid na tayo sa tuktok. No? So, ngayon na nasa tuktok na tayo, like, it's like, it's not like parang nasa tuktok na tayo. But for me, na parang na-achieve ko na yung parang in less than 2 years, na-achieve ko to na nakabili ng bahay. I'm trying to think what's next. So, I don't know what's next ngayon. So, yun yung parang iniisip ko every night. Yung, ano bang next na gagawin ko? I guess there's citizenship. I'll wait for my time na nandito kami. So, magiging citizen muna. Pero, after dun, parang, ano kaya gagawin ko? So, baka gumawa ako ng business ko dito. So, hopefully, yun na parang magiging excitement ko. And I always thought of like going to the army or to the police or fireman dito kasi ang ganda ng sistema nila, no? So, yun yung mga iniisip ko, iba't ibang iniisip ko. It's the decision I made. And then I guess I am secured in this place. Not only me, my wife, my son. So, parang it's one of maybe I can say or sure ako na the best decisions I have made here in my journey sa pag-migrate sa Australia.
Do you think buying a house changes how migrants think about the word home?
For me, no.
Okay, why?
Even if I get myself to be a citizen here in Australia, I can really never forget where I came from.
Okay.
Home is still home. Philippines is still home. Property is just property. It's just the same as what people say, when you die, you can't bring it to heaven.
Yeah.
So, I was born a Filipino. Mamamatay din akong Filipino. I can't really say that Australia is close to home.
Right.
It's home, but Philippines is different.
So kahit na may sarili kayong bahay, you have everything here, home for you will always be and still Philippines.
Yes.
What advice would you give to someone who are torn between, buying a house now and thinking about doing it later?
Sa tingin ko, it depends on your preference talaga. But if you want my advice, the faster or the soonest you can get in the market, mas better. Don't think na parang uuwi pa kasi kami. If you try to weigh on investing properties in the Philippines, kasi marami ding real estate agents na nagpupunta dito, ini-invite yung mga OFW na mag-invest ganito, ganyan. It's just the same as like the buying capacity of the money that we have here. So if you try to invest here in Australia, so it's like 45 pesos more.
44, 45.
The exchange, yes. So it's like buying one house in the Philippines, if piso lang yung bahay sa Pilipinas, 45 na bahay na parang yung value na binili mo. So, it's still up to you, but I will encourage you to be in that position. Kasi, I know it's hard, kasi madami ka pang pagdadaanan. You have to save like, as first home buyer, you can put up 5% deposit. So, if the value of the house is like 850, so you have to have 40 to 500 savings ng asawa mo, kayong dalawa. So, everybody has his own struggles, di ba? So, parang you put your struggle into something na parang rewarding yourself after. So, as you know, I have so many side hustles aside from being a full-time occupational therapist. Saturday, Sunday, nasa ibang job ako, or after work ko as OT, nagugupit ako. So, it will reward you after na parang kanina, it contradicts to what I've said na hindi ako excited. But parang once you pull off that kind of thing, parang
malaking ginhawa.
Nakuha ko na yung gusto ko. So, a lot of Filipinos or a lot of migrants have their own problems first. I've met a lot of people, like for example, problema pa nila ngayon is paano yung student ko, maging graduate visa, maging ganito, maging PR, tapos, but advice ko lang, for example, kung PR ka na, tas hindi ka pa bumibili ng bahay kasi naiisip mo, mag-retire sa Pilipinas, why not just buy a house here, and then once you want to decide to return to the Philippines and retire, ibenta mo yung bahay dito. If you can see it's 45 more, so iuwi mo yung pera mo.
Yes.
Oh, then dun ka na bumili ng property na retirement property mo. So mabibili mo pa yung parang farm na gusto mo, kung gusto mo mag-farm, di ba? For me, I encourage you guys that it's not the only way to, kasi iba-iba tayo ng gusto, but give yourself something na parang reward ko to. Like, I deserve this.
Yun ang totoong I deserve this. Sa hiling bahay. Well, that's it. Thank you so much, Ray, for another interview. Daghang salamat, bye. Congratulations sa brand new house. I mean, hindi naman siya super brand new, pero bagong bahay ninyo. Thank you so much.